Okay. Hi, Chef Mel. How are you?
I'm great, Douglas. How are you today?
Doing super. Thank you for coming on this show. Nice to see
Oh, it's a
you.
pleasure.
Are you a
Nice to see you
guitar
too.
Are you a guitar player? I see guitars back there.
I knew you would ask, but no, these are actually my husband's. This is my little blue one, but my skills are my cooking is much better than my guitar playing, that's for sure.
Okay. Well, as we were talking about before we got on, you are a chef. Are you
Yes,
chef de cuisine?
indeed.
Okay. And you're also in Australia. So
Yes.
I thank you for getting up early because I know it's early in the morning there. What time is it there now?
It's 6 o'clock in the morning, but this is the best time of the day, so it's absolutely beautiful.
Well, okay, I would agree with that, except that I would never want to do an interview at 6 o'clock in the morning. So, personally, for me, I don't even get out of bed until about 10. But I thank you for getting up early.
It's
And
not a problem.
you look very bright and cheery, so I'm happy about that. I don't know how you could do that, but
Well, I'm an ex-runner, so I think the runners will know that we get up really early. So I think I've always been a morning person, so that's quite handy in my industry.
okay. You've also got a food channel on YouTube.
Yes.
Are you on anywhere else or strictly on YouTube?
Strictly on YouTube at the moment, but I've got all of that on my website as well. So we call it Chef Mel TV.
How long have you been a chef?
Um, I hate to admit it, but it is currently 27 years. So I studied as a chef, and then when I completed studies and I was fully qualified, I actually went backpacking around the UK and Europe and worked as a chef. So paid my way for all sorts of travel and shenanigans with my chefing money. So that was fantastic.
Before we get into specifics and recipes and things, which I'm absolutely wanting to do, as of late, after the Queen passed away, I started watching Darren McGrady's channel. Do you know who he is?
No, I haven't. I haven't. I'll
Okay,
have to.
okay. He was the chef at Buckingham Palace for many years, and
Oh,
then
yes, yes.
when Diana and Charles separated, he went to work at Kensington Palace for Diana personally, as her personal chef, with Harry and William, who were just little
Wow.
kids at the time. And then when
Mm.
she died, I guess that was the end of his job there, and he went on to do his own catering. But what I was amazed about is all the recipes that he does. They are so rich. It's all cream and butter and sugar.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how those people stay so thin. Because if I ate like that, I would be probably 500 pounds and diabetic.
Yeah. Well, I suppose they maybe it was a keto diet if it's just a lot of cream, um, and leave out the carbohydrates. But yeah, if Diana was eating all of those, she must have had a great metabolism, amongst other things.
Well, or maybe it was just portions. Maybe they would eat one minuscule little bite and send the
Yeah.
rest back to the kitchen. So, yeah, I am a big lover of food. I do the cooking in the house. I'm not a grand chef, but I like to experiment and I like to watch a lot of the shows that are on YouTube and
Yeah.
try different things. So maybe I'll start watching your channel and see what I
Oh, you
can.
have to. Please let me know
Yeah.
what you think.
So tell me a little bit about what exactly you cook. Is it a specific type of food, or are you cooking everything, or what are you doing?
Well, I think because I love to travel and I always have a suitcase ready to go, and I love planning my next trip, even while I'm on the current trip, because I was a backpacking chef, and I really enjoyed experiencing food in different countries and different cultures. What that's really helped me do is sort of finesse my cooking into being able to cook such a different variety of styles of cooking. So, traveling to different countries allows you to actually find out how they actually prepare a certain ingredient. So, and you said yourself, you're always watching different cooking shows. So, even as a chef, and I've had my cooking school now for 11 and a half years, and I had my previous one in South Africa. As you can hear, I'm actually Zimbabwean, but I had my first cooking school in South Africa. Um, So I've been teaching cooking for quite a while, and it's so exciting how when a bunch of foodies get together, how we discuss and how these recipes, even a basic recipe, evolve into such a passion of expression of culture. So I always say, a lot of people, and because I'm a chef, they'll say to me, I'm sick of my own cooking, and that you'll probably find the same with yourself. If you cook the same thing again and again, it does get mundane and tiresome. So it's really good to look out there and see what someone else is doing with a chicken breast or a cauliflower.
Yeah, I have to agree with you that I'm getting real tired of mac and cheese at this point. I've made that one
You,
so many times. it's
Yes, but you see, if it's a basic recipe and something that you're confident with, and this is what I love to teach. So I literally can teach across, and because I'm a trained chef, I can do the pastries, and I can pretty much work in all of the different fields of cuisine. But my speciality is teaching people how to have fun in the kitchen again, and how to get their passion and inspiration. And you mentioned mac and cheese. I've just done an episode for the Chef Mel TV channel. Is mac and cheese, but we did a truffled mac and cheese with a prosciutto bark.
ooh,
So I pimped it up completely, and that's where I'm really good is the quickies. So my cookbook is called Culinary Quickies, and I'm really good at making cooking quick because I know all the shortcuts. So as a chef, I know how to get you there quicker and how to have a little bit of fun along the way. And then I'm all about finishing touches. So yes, it's just mac and cheese, but it can be sublime mac and cheese if we're using a specialty cheese or a cheese from a region or a cheese that makes you happy or that you got from someone that you like, so you can use these things. And I feel that cooking is cooking with love and sort of just taking those basics and making them a little bit more fun. So there's nothing wrong with serving mac and cheese at a dinner party if you've added a bit of shaved truffle or like I said, a sexy cheese or something fun like a prosciutto bark. So yes, I love the basics.
well, I think that's good advice. I think I can prop it up a little bit and
Yeah.
make it more interesting. The one thing I noticed about your videos on YouTube, aside from the production quality, is very good. Do you
Oh,
have
excellent. Good to hear.
do you have somebody in there with the cameras? Because you had many camera angles.
I do. I back in the when COVID hit and the cooking school was closed, I had a lovely lady that worked with me, and we were out of a job. So we decided to go down to the beautiful big 208 square meter, and I'm not sure what that is in feet, but it's a huge cooking school that I have. And we would go down there, and we would shoot little videos for our students to watch during lockdown because we missed the connection, and that's how it started, where I would have the little single camera, and she would be walking around with the iPhone. And luckily, two years later, I've just built a beautiful and very sexy kitchen here at home. So we call it the Chef Mel Kitchen Studio, and it's a beautiful kitchen. And I've actually got a production company helping me produce them. So things are definitely looking up.
Oh, that's great. So that is actually your kitchen at home, the one we
Yes,
see. Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. And you've probably seen the pug as well. She helps with creating a bit of fun content as well.
Well,
You can always hear her in
I
the
haven't seen the
background.
pug yet. I only watched one video, but the one thing that I was going to remark about your kitchen was that it was incredibly clean. And you had like nothing
Well,
on the counter because a lot of cooking shows I've seen, they'll do it from a restaurant kitchen or something, and it's all stainless and there's stuff everywhere. There's pots and pans and bowls and knives, but yours was
yeah.
just absolutely spotless, and you only had what you were working, like one bowl and
Yes.
one bit of food. Yeah.
Now, what you'll see with that kitchen is it's actually I designed it as a commercial kitchen, so it's got the pot wash and it's got the food wash. But what it's got is it's got hidden zones. So I've got two teenage boys, and my hubby often will work at home, depending on where he is. So I don't like a lot of clutter. So what we were able to design is a kitchen because it's quite big and with hidden zones. So, even when I'm filming, those knives that you were looking for were in the drawer just in front of me. So it's a very efficient kitchen. And And the thing about having uncluttered counters is it makes it easy to clean. So during those, in a one day shoot, which would be a 3 or 4 hour session, we were actually shooting 4 episodes because they're all culinary quickies. So yes, the end result is spectacular and it's gorgeous, and you could serve it at a dinner party. But even between shoots, we only had to sort of film for 20 to 30 minutes. So it was really good. So it's a very efficient kitchen and I'm very happy with it.
Well, that's
It
great.
doesn't always look that tidy, just so
We've got just a couple minutes left, and let's make sure we get your book in here. Culinary
Yes.
Quickies. So by the title, I'm assuming that these are recipes that don't take hours of prep and hours of cooking to do, right?
Yeah, the thing is with a lot of people that are feeling uninspired is the last thing you want to do is cook something that's going to take you an hour and then an hour of washing up, and then everyone just tucks into it. So I've designed and finessed my signature recipes, which are in my Culinary Quickies book, so that they are quick and easy. A lot of them are done in one pot or one pan, so that the wash up is nice and easy. No one likes to work too hard in the kitchen, but we still want the applause and the recognition and can I have the recipe, because we want to feel that a sense of achievement. So some of the recipes here are slow cooks, like they might take an hour and a half to cook, but the prep itself is really easy. And what I've done in this book and at the back of it and during the book is I actually train you a few more chefy skills. So I'm a cooking school teacher. I love to train you with different skills so that you are achieving new culinary heights, as they say, but not in a scary way. But also presentation to me is everything. So, learning how to put it together so it looks like a restaurant style meal or a Insta-worthy, plate of food, but you did it all by yourself and it's not difficult. So for me, it's got to taste really good. Flavor is very important when cooking, but also color. So I use a lot of color. I've got a vertical edible garden at home, which I have beautiful fresh herbs and petals, and then texture. I'm all about texture. I always say, if you're serving me steamed salmon on mashed potatoes, that's old age home food. And, often we just want that little bit of crunch or a signature of freshness to sort of bring the dish back alive. And that's not difficult. It's things I teach along the way. And of course, I've added a few very sexy desserts in there as well to finish things off with.
I think that'll be the first video I watch. I've got an incredible sweet tooth, and I love almost any kind of dessert. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is going to sound silly, but the one thing that I have been trying to master for a long time and just have not gotten it right are French fries, chips.
Yeah.
Because the double cooked chips, the ones you get in the UK and probably in Australia as well, mine never work right. They always come out soggy no matter what I do. I've tried putting them in the freezer. I've tried soaking them in salt water first, and I just don't get them right.
Well, that is basically what we're going to have to do. Is you're going to have to turn the heat up, because for those chips, you can pre-cook them, but on the final cook, you really want, if you're doing it in oil as they would, in the deep fryers, it's got to be swear word hot. It can't be tepid. It's got to really create that crust. But I'm going to send you a link to my sweet potato fries, which I do in the air fryer. So I don't know if you have an air fryer, but they are very cool and very sexy and very healthy. But if you want the good old-fashioned French fry with a good crust, it's a first cook to sort of blanch them and get them cooked, and then just before service, you're going to put them in and really develop that crust. So you're going to have to just give them enough time and definitely enough heat, usually about 190 degrees Celsius. I'd have to find out what that is in Fahrenheit.
It's probably about 400 Fahrenheit, somewhere in there.
It's got to be swear word hot, Douglas. It's got to be hot.
I think that's probably my problem. But I will, and I'll look forward to that sweet potato one, because I love those. I love sweet potato fries. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. And they take 4 minutes in the air fryer, so things just got easy for you.
Perfect. I think I might invest in one of those. I've seen them at the store. I
Oh,
may
you can use
invest
your
more in
oven,
it.
or you could
Yeah.
use you know, you get the little deep fryers from the kitchenware shops. They are probably, you know, good for domestic use.
Chef Mel, we do have to wind this down. We are out of time. Thanks so much for coming on the show. Do you have a website you want to give out?
Yes, you can just head to Chef Mel Happy Chef, and I shall appear in front of you.
Is that chefmelhappychef.com?
It's chefmel.me,
Oh,
M-E.
okay,
Yeah, yeah,
chefmel.me.
chefmel.me.
All right, great.
But you can Google me.
And also check out Chef Mel's YouTube channel. Just search
Yes,
Chef Mel. You came right up. And you can
excellent.
see your incredibly clean kitchen and wonderful productions.
And
Thanks
meet the
again.
pug.
And meet the pug. Thanks again for coming
Excellent.
on. Nice meeting you. Best of luck.
Thank you, Douglas. Thank you so much.